Today I'm finally putting my old steak knives to rest and testing out the SliceElite hand-forged professional butcher knife set with sandalwood handles. For the longest time, I've been doing all my kitchen prep as a busy mom of two with nothing but basic tools. Honestly, it was just the fastest way to get food on the table, but I've been so tired of sawing through all of our food, from garden vegetables to family dinners. I saw these professional butcher sets online and they've always looked a little bit intimidating to me. You can see why. I wasn't sure about the quality or if I'd even know how to use them, but I finally decided to bite the bullet and see if this set could actually handle my daily routine. Right out of the box, you can tell these are a different league. They come individually wrapped in these protective sleeves, which is great for keeping them pristine. Once you get them out, you really notice the quality. These have genuine sandalwood handles and the weight is perfect. They're what's called full tang, meaning the metal goes all the way through the handle for balance. And the dimples on the blade are called a hammered finish, and it's designed to create little air pockets so that food doesn't suction onto the steel when you're chopping. And that's a game changer for someone like me who's usually in a rush to get dinner ready anyway. Now, before I start, you'll notice that there are holes in the knife blades, and I did some research on that. Some people put their fingers through them, but I saw some reading and decided against that. I found out that I get way more stability and control by keeping my hand on the handle and using a proper grip. These holes are actually meant for hanging the knives up on a rack, which is great for storage, but for the actual cutting, I'm going to keep my hand firmly on the handle so that I have control over the blade. And let's go ahead and put these to the test. I'm going to start with this Viking blade, and I'm going to use it on a grapefruit. Usually I'd be hacking away with my steak knife, but I realized that this just glides right through. Same with this cantaloupe that I'm about to do. It just cuts through it like butter. And I really enjoy the look and the feel of this Viking knife, and here I am using it on the cantaloupe right in half and no time. Super, super easy. And here I am. I'm just going to cut it again and get the seeds out. Now for a real test. Here's the sweet potatoes. I absolutely loathe cutting sweet potatoes, but this Viking knife just goes right through them. It sliced it really easily. And now a butternut squash. I used the Serbian one for this. I'm not sure that I would do that again. And finally, the meat test. I'm using the butcher knife. It's the perfect knife for this. It makes clean professional slices instantly. And then I tried the Viking knife next, and it did well, but if you're doing a lot of meat prep, the cleaver is definitely the one you want in your hand. I also tried the Serbian chef knife on the meat, and it required a bit more pressure. I did some reading later, and I found out that that one is actually better suited for dicing herbs or smaller, precise board work, and it's just really interesting to see how each tool has a specific role. And since these are so sharp and they have those beautiful wood handles, I'm being extra careful with them. I hand washed them afterwards with some soap, and then I dried them immediately. You definitely don't want to leave these in the sink or ever put them in the dishwasher. If you put wooden anything in the dishwasher that's really nice wood like this, you're going to end up with dried out, chipped wood. And these are so nice that I just really want to take care of them. Because I do have two kids running around, I'm just going to put them right back in their original box after I've cleaned them, and then I'm going to store them somewhere high up. And I just feel so much safer knowing that they're tucked away somewhere. Honestly, for a busy parent, having the right tool for the job makes everything so much faster and less frustrating. I'm really glad that I made the switch from my old steak knives. So I would say if you're looking to upgrade your kitchen game, the SliceElite set is definitely worth checking out. Whether you're cooking for yourself or hosting family, it honestly makes the whole dinner prep process feel less like a chore and more like a craft that you're doing. Plus, considering how often I'm in the kitchen, it's just a relief to know that I've got the right tools that aren't going to dull out in just a month. They really feel like an investment that I've made in my kitchen setup.